The following is a Metro TV special presentation.
Welcome to the 2015 Fund for the Arts Showcase and Campaign Kickoff. The 2015 Fund for the Arts campaign theme is #ArtIs. Our theme is inspiring a community-wide art project where people just like you are defining what art means to them. We encourage you to tell the world what art is to you by tweeting using #ArtIs and by using the ArtIs sign in your programs to post pics on Facebook and Instagram. Helping us define what art is through music, please welcome a group of Kentucky-raised musicians along with some masterful Latin emigres from Ecuador, Nicaragua, and Guatemala who bring together bluegrass, Appalachian folk, and high-energy Latin music. Appalatin.
Summer and the people are gay, and the corn tops fly while the meadows are in bloom. The birds are making music all the day. I said, weep no more, my lady, oh, and weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky, oh, Kentucky home far away. Now the young folks roll on that little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times come a-knocking at the door. My old Kentucky home, good night. I said, weep no more, my lady, oh, and weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away. Yeah, darling, weep. For my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away. For my old Kentucky home far away. For my old Kentucky home.
way to start the afternoon, right? Thanks to our good friends, Appalatin, some of our local musicians that make this a great place to live. I am excited. I'm Christen Boone, and I am so privileged to open my first Fun for the Arts campaign kickoff and showcase with you. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to be able to celebrate everything that we have been able to nurture in the arts community that we have, and to be able to vision together what we can do in the future. How do we expand what we're doing out in the communities, and how do we think about how we use the arts to best serve this community? So one of the important things about today is not to just celebrate the arts, but to really recognize our volunteers that make it possible. And so today, in your program, when you open it up inside, you'll see the name of about 200 different volunteers that lead the workplace campaigns in their companies around this community. I see Breck Thomas Rock from Humana in the front row, and Mary Newby, and many of our other friends who are doing this every day. So thank you all. At the end, we want to invite you all up on stage to celebrate with us. But with that, I want to talk about the theme, Art Is, for just a minute, and have you think about how we redefine arts, and in Louisville, in the mid-sized city, how do we make this the kind of place we want to live, work, grow our business, and raise our family. So with that, I hope you enjoy the show, and thanks for being here.
When I was a child growing up in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and seeing theater had a great impact on me. And I would see productions, and I would come and act them out at home, directing my cast, which was my four sisters, and I fell in love with theater.
The first show I did was Annie. I was just a little orphan that only did one song, but I was with all my friends, and I just felt, you know, this great power over me. I was like, oh, I want to do this again.
I went to the opera, and I didn't think I would ever like the opera. You know, I'm tough, being a big tough guy. The opera shocked, confused, and amazed me all in the same time. I actually fell in love with it, and I can't wait to go experience more operas.
Every child should have access to art because it gives us all this power to be happy.
Well, being a father of 5 girls, the arts just opens up their minds and helps them become successful, and it provides them with the opportunity to grow.
The Fund for the Arts is our largest single donor. The Fund for the Arts enables Kentucky Shakespeare to serve 50,000 students a year in school, to serve almost 30,000 audience members in Central Park. Each summer is the oldest free Shakespeare festival in the United States. That's almost 80,000 people. We couldn't do it without the Fund for the Arts.
A lot of kids, especially in the city of Louisville, they don't get an opportunity to go see a lot of the arts outside of their school. So Fund for the Arts, it provides them with opportunity to go experience something that they may not ever get to see.
The universal language of the arts allows us to communicate, to inspire, to enlighten, and entertain.
I'm doing what I love, and I'm sharing it with people, and that just, it makes me feel so happy. I believe that if it makes me happy, then it could make other people happy too.
Something as small as the change in your pocket can help impact and help improve and help change a kid's life.
Art to me is being myself.
Art is opportunity.
Define what art is to you. Give a gift to the Fund for the Arts.
The Kentucky Opera continues its renowned repertoire reimagined season with Tennessee Williams' classic, A Streetcar Named Desire. Please welcome Maria Konova and Shannon McGinnis to the stage for an exclusive preview of Blanche's aria, I Want Magic.
Art is innovation. Thanks. Art is thinking outside of the box and using materials to tell stories and connect to each other. The arts in Louisville create a unifying bond across ethnicities, cultures, backgrounds, socioeconomic factors, education level, professions, and beyond. Creativity sparks innovation, and creative cities, fueled by a thriving arts culture, succeed. The experience of the arts is evolving as visual arts are migrating away from the traditional settings and are now meeting people where they are, in their own communities. Today, visual artists are using new mediums and technology to directly create positive change through innovation and community engagement. Right here in our great city, professional artists are working with medical professionals, social workers, entrepreneurs, and community planners to drive positive change through innovation. For instance, I am currently working alongside GE engineers at First Build. The current exhibition at the Louisville Visual Arts Association's public gallery that I have co-curated with Stacy Reason is a good example of how artists are using new technology. This exhibition includes work from 12 artists, locally, nationally, and internationally. The video you are seeing on the screen is a montage of several pieces from the show. Colorboarding is a piece created by a Bosnian refugee as a beautiful reflection of the mental and physical torture he experienced in 1992 in Yugoslavia. The artist is Zlatko Cosic. Opportunities like these can bring artists from around the world to Louisville, provide a platform for the local arts community, and enhance the cultural landscapes of our city, if we support them. Thanks.
Please welcome to the stage Teddy Abrams, music director of the Louisville Orchestra.
Good afternoon. It's so wonderful to be here. This is a very, very exciting day, and I am absolutely thrilled to be representing your very own and really extraordinary Louisville Orchestra. I just came from a rehearsal with them, and I know that they all send their greetings too. I thought I would just say something about this whole theme of what art actually is. I was in San Francisco recently with a really wonderful mentor of mine, and we were discussing why we all wanted to be musicians, why we wanted to play music. And he said a remarkable thing that really echoed and I think really resonated with the same mentality and understanding I have about art. He said that when he was growing up, he noticed that people around him didn't necessarily say the things that they were really thinking. They didn't necessarily communicate in a way that got down to the deepest, sometimes darkest, sometimes brightest elements of what it's like to really be alive. But in music specifically, and I think in art in general, we actually find that voice. We find the ability to communicate with each other on a level that maybe there is no other way to actually communicate on. It's a connection between human beings that just can't be replicated. In other words, because life is actually tough, because it goes through so many different cycles, so many highs and so many lows, it is actually art that allows us to fit together our societies, to fit together our personalities, our essence, and to actually have what I believe to be is a very, very meaningful existence. That's what art is to me. I'm so thrilled to be here in a town like Louisville that understands that and cares about it. We have one of the great art cities in America. Let's hear it for Louisville. And in honor of that, I'm going to play you a little something on the piano.
Teddy Abrams, folks, Louisville Orchestra. He is 27 years old. He's been conducting for 16 years since he's 11. 11. If my mother was here, she would tell you that I was not doing anything nearly as impressive at 11. I am with Trover Solutions. We are a 700 employee company doing all kinds of fun and exciting things. I am one of 3 co-chairs for the Fund for the Arts there. We are one of 200 companies that do this. I see all of our lovely chairs down here who shoulder the burden. I brought notes because I'm not this good. The community, the chairs of the committees are really the lifeline between the Fund for the Arts and the 20,000 donors at the companies. And that's a pretty big deal because we're on the white shirts, are doing a yeoman's share of the load, getting the message out there about the arts. Art is, the hashtag, art is us. Art is the work that we do, which is really, really important. We are enthusiastic because art matters. We are growing the next generation of artists. And here's a quick example I'll give you. When I was young, probably 8 or 9, by the grace of the Brown-Forman Corporation, where my father worked, we used to get free tickets to see the dress rehearsal for the different arts. And so my first art experience, I remember, was sitting about halfway up when I was 9 years old in this very auditorium watching the opera. Who would have known back then the 9-year-old running around outside and listening to the opera would eventually be on stage at the same theater that I watched? supporting the Fund for the Arts, trying to convince you all that the arts is something important so that we can go out and convince other people that it's hugely important. That's the cycle. The 5 for 5 program the Fund for the Arts does gets kids in school. It gets kids in schools to go to arts programs. Those kids become teenagers and they have dreams. The arts help those dreams. Those teenagers become young professionals, and we hope they're engaged. We hope they're engaged in the arts. When they become engaged in the arts, they become parents later, they have children, the cycle's complete. When my son came to me about 3 months ago and held in his hand the announcement for the Ben Folds concert with the Louisville Orchestra and said, I want to go to this, I thought, we're doing it right. He knows that we love the arts. He gets to go to the arts in schools. So my son will be part of a group of adults who are going to go see Ben Folds this Saturday night with the Louisville Orchestra. So we're very excited. But that's what we're accomplishing. That's what these group of guys, these dedicated people who take time out of their work are accomplishing at the workplaces. I'm honored to be part of the effort. I'm honored that my company chooses me to help fundraise for the Fund for the Arts. I'm honored to be on the board for the Louisville Youth Choir. And I'm very, very thankful for the work these guys do. So if everybody could give everybody down here a hand for the work that they do. And I'm trying to think of what my art is message. And I really just want to say art is this moment for me, coming full circle from being over there to being here to supporting and to pushing the arts in our community. So now a message from our Shakespeare partners, wherever they've hidden them.
Good afternoon. I'm Matt Wallace. I'm the producing artistic director of Kentucky Shakespeare. It's so great to kick this off with you today and celebrate. Thanks for being here. Kentucky Shakespeare, we are the oldest free Shakespeare festival in the United States, and this is going to be our 55th season of free Shakespeare in Central Park this summer. We've had a lot of fun in the past year expanding beyond Central Park. We're now touring Metro Parks. This year we will tour 15 Metro Parks with our Shakespeare in the Parks program. Thank you to the Norton Foundation. We will tour all 18 Louisville Free Public Libraries with Shakespeare in the Libraries tour. We have a lot of fun events coming up. We also tour the state during the year, over 50,000 students a year as the largest in-school touring arts provider in the Commonwealth. We also do some special events during the year, and this is one of them. So last month, early this month, we presented a radio show at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts. And we partnered with Kim at the Kentucky Center and WUOL to present this special evening. George Bernard Shaw wrote this one-act Shakespearean parody. Now, Shaw was a huge critic of Shakespeare, so it was really fun to see Shaw write this play about Shakespeare making his case for a national theater. And we are going to record a promo for this using you all as the guinea pig. So this will be a 1-minute spot promoting our Dark Lady of the Sonnets radio show that we're gonna release as a podcast sometime this spring. And to help me, we have some very special folks that work with us at Kentucky Shakespeare and that you'll see this summer on stage at your Kentucky Shakespeare. First, we have up Kyle Ware is our Foley artist. And we have Abigail Bailey Maupin as Queen Elizabeth. Greg Maupin as Mr. Shakespeare himself. Nice hopping. And Megan Massey as the Dark Lady. I'll be reading the part of the Beefeater. And we're very excited to have WUOL's very own Daniel Gillum here as the narrator. Now, we want to get you warmed up. Let's see, Kyle, let's test them out. See if you can follow the signs. Whoa! That's awesome. Give them another one. Let's see. Very good. I think you all got the hang of it. One more? Very good. Kyle, can you test out a couple of these sound effects? Let's see if the mic's picking up. Give me some birds. Good, nice, nice. Some footsteps. Very good. All right, this is going to be a rehearsal. Everybody ready for rehearsal? Here we go. Stand by. Tilt it down, sorry. All right, stand by for recording. Here we go.
Louisville Public Media presents the new podcast of Kentucky Shakespeare's performance of George Bernard Shaw's The Dark Lady of the Sonnets, recorded at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts in front of a live audience. The year is 1599 on a windy midsummer night. The palace clock chimes. A beefeater is on guard and a cloaked man approaches.
Angels and ministers of grace, defend us!
Well said. With your leave, I will set that down in writing.
What art thou?
I cry your mercy, methought you were my mistress.
Profane fellow, how do you dare?
And from the darkness enters his famed muse.
Take that, both of you! Oh, high treason! Well, I am lost. I have struck the Queen.
Woman, you have struck William Shakespeare.
Visit a bygone era with Shaw's Shakespearean parody recorded live. You'll be surprised. You'll laugh. And you'll cheer. Listen to the free podcast now at WUOL.org and KYShakespeare.com.
Madam, I beg you, remember my theater?
And we're out. Excellent job, you guys. That was great. Now, airtime is expensive, so we're going to take that and we're going to squish it down. We have to get it under a minute. Do you think we can do it? All right. Kyle, you have those cards, right? Good. All right. I was trying to help them. I messed it up. But that's all part of live theater. All right. Stand by, everybody. You good?
In theory.
1 minute take. Here we go. And
Louisville Public Media presents the new podcast of Kentucky Shakespeare's performance of George Bernard Shaw's The Dark Lady of the Sonnets, recorded at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts in front of a live audience. The year is 1599 on a windy midsummer night. The palace clock chimes, a beefeater is on guard, and a cloaked man approaches.
angels and ministers of grace, defend us!
Well said. With your leave, I will set that down in writing.
What art thou?
I cry your mercy, methought you were my mistress.
Profane fellow, how do you dare?
And from the darkness enters his famed muse.
Take that. Oh. Both of you. Oh, high treason. Well, I'm lost. I have struck the Queen.
Woman, you have struck William Shakespeare.
Visit a bygone era with Shaw's Shakespearean parody recorded live. You'll be surprised. You'll laugh. And you'll cheer. Listen to the free podcast now at WUOL.org and KYShakespeare.com.
Madam, I beg you, remember my theater?
Thank you so much. Keep posted. We're going to post that on Facebook. It'll be on the WUOL site. Thank you so much for supporting the Fun for the Arts. Thank you.
Please welcome Chief of Community Building for the Louisville Mayor's Office and Fun for the Arts Board Member, Sadiqa Reynolds.
Woo! Good afternoon, everyone. Our great city, Louisville, Kentucky, is one of only 10 cities in the entire country with the 5 major arts organizations. That places Louisville in a heavyweight class with other cities like LA, New York, Atlanta. Did you know that? Something to be proud of. Our arts are a great source of pride for our city, attracting national awards and attention and even investments. It seems like every other week we're getting, the best this, the best that. Louisville's the best place to do this and that. That's because of our arts. They make our city a much more livable city. Our thriving arts and cultural scene is a key component in Louisville's recognition among those most livable cities. Also, a lot of people don't realize that arts generate $260 million a year in this community. Give a hand for the arts. Another thing that I'm really proud of is that our city ranks per capita as one of the best as far as giving. So it's because of your support for arts groups that we are able to do the work that we do. The other thing about Louisville and about the arts is that arts in our city are helping to tear down walls and to build bridges. We're trying to do things differently in Louisville. And let's just talk about for a minute, let me give a shout out to the RiverCity Drum Corps, Ed White. I know he's here, and those young people. So here's what I love about the RiverCity Drum Corps. They graduate from high school, 100% graduation rate. That rocks. So art is adding to the pride that these young people have in themselves, and also not just for who they are today, but who they will be someday. Now, on January 17th, StageOne Family Theater presented the world premiere of And in This Corner, Cassius Clay. I don't know, did you all hear me? I said world premiere in Louisville, Kentucky. It's a big deal. It was commissioned and written right in our city. And there's really no one I can think of to better represent this city than the great Muhammad Ali, leader in compassion, collaborator, all around great sport, great citizen. So what I'd like to do now is just for us to enjoy a special sort of behind-the-scenes look into the play and an interview with Louisville's own Eastern High School grad, Justin Cornwell. Did you all realize that? He graduated from Eastern High School, and he's here playing the champ. Thank goodness we got him back in Louisville. Please join me in watching this video. Thanks.
And I was first in the bluegrass state. Bouncy baby Boone, who was pretty and great. I won my first battle, then another, and the next, then another and another. You get the rest.
I'm Justin Cornwell. I'm an actor, Louisville native. I moved out to Chicago to pursue my acting career a little further, and now I'm back. When I was in Louisville, I went to Middletown Elementary, Crosby Middle School, and Eastern High School. I ended up going to University of Louisville as well. Art is an expression. It's kind of interesting to me because when you have art, you have the ability to express things that you can't with words. It actually transcends words, and it goes into emotions. And somebody can look at art and understand how you felt when you did it, and how you felt when you wrote it, or how you felt when you painted it. That's why art is so important, because we need to understand as human beings how to connect on that level. It's one of those kind of plays that tries to motivate kids to challenge themselves. You know, put yourself up against the odds. Put yourself up against, you know, the thing that scares you. Face your fears, because that's a guaranteed way to grow. The moment that you face your fear is the moment that you're beyond your fear. And you can start focusing on the next part of your life. I feel like this corner of Cassius Clay actually represents that perfectly, with Cassius, standing up to the bully and putting it all on the line, and going to the Olympics and facing his fears. He said he was nervous when he went into his first fight, but he never stopped fighting after that. You have to have that confidence and that self-motivation to continue to drive and to keep moving. He said there's only two types of fighters. There's the kind that fight for themselves, like Corky Baker, the bully, and there's the kind that fight for other people, like Martin Luther King. He's almost saying, I understand where I'm at. I finally understand that I'm a leader. I have the ability to stand up for injustices of the world. I have the ability to change hearts and minds of people because of what I do. And you don't have to be the greatest of all time to be the greatest in somebody's life.
Each year, more than 400,000 children get to experience art. They experience in their schools, and they experience in other different programs around Louisville. Through these experiences, Louisville's youth are exposed to culture they may not otherwise experience. Oh, and by the way, Ballerina Tawny and Ballerina Jenny are behind me setting up. Hi, girls. Exposure to the arts is one of the building blocks and self-confidence that drive what will help these children later succeed. But what I want to tell you is how we came to have a relationship with the Fund for the Arts, the Louisville Ballet, and a deaf school, Heuser Hearing and Language Academy. 4 years ago, the Louisville Ballet came and did just a simple performance for our children, but it impacted them so much, it caused us to ask a simple question. What would happen if we taught ballet to children with hearing loss? Well, we got together with Cosic Charities, and all of us together 2 years ago started a ballet program for preschoolers and kindergartners with hearing loss at Heuser Hearing and Language Academy. You might have heard them on the wings, I don't know. They've been a little bit loud. For deaf children, well, they're really loud. But what we found out, the results were amazing. Music and dance transcended deafness. And it's because of this wonderful partnership the children get to experience music and movement in ways they never would have been able to. But I'm going to teach you guys a little sign language. Now, many of our children have cochlear implants and hearing aids, so they can hear just fine with them. Well, not just fine, but they can hear with them. But there are some of our students that have no implants or hearing devices. So I'm going to teach you how to clap to people that are deaf or hard of hearing. So let me see. Everybody who has one of the white Art Is shirts, your assignment is when the children are finished, you will stand up and you will clap the way you would if you were deaf, hard of hearing. And that is, now, there are many students, well, actually a lot of our students that can hear with their hearing amplification systems, so feel free to make noise when you do that. Now, I want you to stand up and do that. Now, all the other ones in the back who don't have the white artist t-shirts, I want you to make sure you clap and you yell. Remember, these are 3-, 4-, and 5-year-old children who are deaf, hard of hearing, who are going to come out on this great big stage. And they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to dance like we know they can, or they're going to go. Choose A or B. I don't know. So without further ado, I give you the Louisville Ballet and the children of Heuser Hearing and Language Academy.
Are you listening? In the lane, snow is He's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? All your nose gets a chilling. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
I just love microphones. No, really. There's a reason I'm out here. Not just dance, but we also do music therapy and on art therapy. And I need Jenny Lawal and Christen Boone out here because the children made something for them in art therapy class. We love the arts at Heuser. Where's Christen? The kids made custom ballet slippers for them so that when they're in the office, they can remember how much they enjoy their ballet class. Thank you.
It's tough to follow that act, isn't it? My gosh. Hey, I can't tell you, frankly, what a privilege it is for me, after seeing that, to be able to chair the 2015 Fund for the Arts campaign. I think all of us here realize how impactful the arts can be in our community. You think what arts can mean in terms of educational attainment. You think what it can mean in terms of creating opportunity for youth like we've seen here today. You can see what it can do to create such a vibrant city that we live in. But you know what? We need all your help to continue to make sure we provide those great experiences. We have 1.2 million people in this community. If we can get half of those 1.2 million to give, think about the breadth of opportunities we can create for our youth. So now I'm going to ask Christen to come out. We're going to spend a little bit of time unveiling what our goal is for this year's campaign. But first, we need a drum roll.
Drum roll. Do we have the RiverCity Drum Corps? All right, give it to us. All right.
All right, let's go. All right. Aggressive goal for us, but we know with all your dedication and commitment and telling your friends, we can reach it.
It's a big goal, but we are so grateful to be here with you and to join with 20,000 others in this community to make this possible. Every donor has a story, and every dollar has impact. Thank you for being here. We want to invite Appalatin back to the stage. I'd like to introduce 2 young performers from our community, Caroline Segrist and Kylie McGuffey. They're going to celebrate with you, and we'll invite our campaign chairs up for the finale as well. So thanks for being here.
All right. Everybody join with me and clap your hands. One, two, three.
the sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life.
Thank you, girls. That was beautiful. All right, you all be safe. We'll see you soon.